Students, lesson number 14, element, compounds and mixture. In this lesson, yesterday we had seen the classification of the substances according to their properties. Then what is matter? And the next point is and also we solve the questions from the use your brain power. Okay. Now today we will see the next part of our lesson, and that is a try this. What is given here? If they told us that fill the glass up to the brim. So this is the supposed glass. We have to fill this glass with the water up to brim. Okay. And now what they told you, drop a small stone. This is suppose a stone. If I will drop in this, just tell me what will happen. Think about it. What, suppose this is the stone. So what happens? How much, if I will throw this stone inside the water, then what happens? The water spill out from this glass. Water spill out. Why this happens? Water spill out because the stone has its own mass, means matter has its own mass, and what happens? It occupies space, as we know that this properties we seen that. So how much is the that volume of the stone, that much water spill out of the that glass. Suppose instead of this this stone I took here the small stone, then the little water will fall. If the stone is bigger one, the more water will fall. Second, take a balance. Place a small stone in one pan and big stone in the another pan. Suppose this is the balance. Okay. At first, it equal. Both the pans are there at equal position. But when I put a small stone inside it and the big stone inside it, then what will happen? The stone, the balance which contains the big stone, it will, what happens? It goes down. And the balance which has the small stone, this will goes upside. And this is because, why this happens? Because the matter occupies space, it has a weight. So these are the reasons. Now which properties of the matter can you tell from above activities? So from the glass activity we are understanding the water, that water spills out. From that what we are understanding? Matter occupies space. It occupies space. And second, inside it has a weight. Okay. So objects have mass, and mass can be measured with the help of devices. And which are those devices? The devices are like common balance, and they also occupies the space. Okay. And that's why the matter, water is also matter. Okay. When we fill it till its brim, then what happens? It occupies that space. But when I put the stone inside it, what happens? The stones, how much is the that stone's weight, mass, that much water gets spill out from the glass. Means the stone replaces the water, means it takes its space. And what happens? Due to this, what happens? The water, how much is the mass of the stone, that much water gets spill out from this glass. Okay, clear? Now the next point, they acquire the second inside, means they acquire the space. And second, balance inside, we seen that the big stone's mass is more than that of the small stone, and it shows that the matter has mass and matter occupies space. These two properties are clear from above two activities. Understood? It occupies space and it has its own mass. Now they acquire both these properties from the matter that they are made up of. In other words, mass and volume are the two important properties of matter. Many kinds of matters found in the nature in pure form. Okay, that is they contain only one constituent. For example, gold, Ag, Au. Okay, it occurs in the, means pure form. In specific language, matter made of only one constituent is called as a substance. What they told you? What is in scientific language, as it is a science subject, as you know that scientific language we have to use whenever we are doing the studies of this science. So here scientifically, what is matter? Matter is made up of only one constituent called as a substance. For example, just I told you gold, diamond, water, chalk. Other kinds of matter are found made of two or more substances. Here what they told you. So these are the substances are made up of from the only one kind of a constituent. For example, water, H2O. All anywhere you just see the H2O is there in any form, the H2O, and chalk, CaO, calcium oxide. So these are the examples. And next the definition opposite to the substance is the other kinds of matters are made up of two or more substances, and those are called as a mixtures. Clear? Now what of the following are mixtures and what are the substances that we have to do? See here. Which of the following are mixtures? First is water. Just here only given water is a substance. It is not a mixture. Sharbat. Yes, sure, whenever we are making the sharbat, at that time we are water inside we are adding the sugar particles, sugar we are adding, salt we are adding, then lemon juice we are adding. So it is a mixture of salt, sugar and lemon juice, water. So this is called as a sharbat, is a mixture. Iron, Fe, iron, Fe, it is a substance. Steel, as you know that steel is a mixture of ferrous, chromium, then iron, chromium, carbon, nickel. These substances are adding and then they are making the steel. Next, coal. Coal is made up of only carbon, C. Air, as you know that air is a mixture of oxygen, nitrogen, then other inert gases. Afterwards, so many means another sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, these are present. With this water drops are present in the air. With this some dust particles are there. So these all things are present in the air. That's why air is a mixture. Okay, salt, NaCl. Salt is a what? It is a compound. Okay. Then copper. Copper is made up of only Cu. Brass. It is brass is a, we are saying the pittal in Marathi. So brass is also the mixture of what? Copper, aluminium, chromium. This substances mixture is the brass. And as you know that soil, it is also the mixture of so many substances like plant waste, animal waste, then soil particles, then afterwards some microorganisms are present inside it, some pebbles are there, some small stones are there. So soil is also the mixture of so many substances. Understood all of you that mixture and substance means what? Okay. Now the use your brain powers question is given. No, that was over. Element. So element. Take water in a teapot and cover it. Heat the water to the boil. What do you see inside the lid? What we will see? As you know that if you are opening the tiffin, in the tiffin recess, that time also your mother is putting the hot chapatis inside it. So when you are opening the lid of your tiffin, it's not necessary to this activity only. We are understanding that when we are covering the material, any food hot material with the cover, we see the small drops on inside this, inside that lids portion. What it is? These are the water droplets. Now here they told you, fill the spray pump and spray the water and observe the spray. For this also nowadays we are continuously using the sanitizer. Yes, this also if you see the example, if we spray, we see the small drops of the spray, that sanitizer, otherwise water, that mostly the barber he is using that spray whenever he is cutting your hair. So that spray, also when we spray it, the droplets are coming out of it. Okay, so here it is the spray pumps example shown. If you see here, you will see some droplets are here falling. Okay, so what is given here we will see now. The water droplets collected inside the lid of the teapot or your tiffin are formed by the condensation of the vapors of the boiled water. As I told you, chapati is made up of, whenever we are making that type, your mother at the time of kneading the dough of the chapati, she is using the water. Okay, and whenever we are roasting the chapati, at that time some of the water evaporates from this and some quantity of water is still present inside it, and that water drops are there. Water, when it evaporates, that water, when it comes into contact with the lid, which is whose temperature is less, okay, whose temperature is less, that water due to condensation it turns into the which, that is the, it turns into water drops. Understood all of you? So this is process is called as a condensation of the vapors from the boiled water. Water in the form of vapor is composed of extremely tiny particles, and which those particles are there? H2O particles are there. So we cannot even see them. You will see that the spray is also composed of the small particles of water. Okay. Similarly, all substances are made up of extremely tiny particles. The smallest particle of the substance is called as a particle of substance is called as a molecules. Understood all of you? What I said to, the smallest particle of a substance is called as a molecule. Means water, H2O, small drop of water, it is the H2O molecule. Small drop of a salt, small is called as it is a salt molecule. Now here, so this is the definition of molecule. What they told you, here I will underline it. The smallest particle is called as a molecule. Substance is called, smallest particle of substance are molecule. A substance whose molecules are made up of one or more atoms are exactly alike. They are alike. These are called as elements. Okay. We do not get different substances. What they told you, if it is made up of more than one substance, it is called molecule, and if it is made up of only one kind of a substance, it is called as an element. So gold, only Ag, it is there. So it is made up of only, means one particle atoms, otherwise whole gold's properties are same. We do not get different substances by decomposition of an element. We do not get different substances by decomposition of element. The smallest particle of element are made up of only one type of a atom. The smallest particle of any element is there. It is made up of one kind of atom. Okay. We cannot see the atom with our naked eye, just like the molecule. But when crores of the atoms come together, crores of atoms they are taking, the total volume is larger enough to be visible to us. So many that are coming together and they are making a drop, or this it becomes bigger, it larger enough, we can see to it. The mass of the volume, suppose this I took here, one drop I shown here in this square. So that drop is also having the crores of the atoms. This drop I am just showing this, but I will show you with the different color, you will understand it. So this drop, just pink color drop I shown, no, it contains crores of the atoms, and then what happens, we can see to it. The mass, volume of the atom are different, elements are different. Okay. Now the next point is the do you know. To date, scientists have discovered 118 elements. How many? 118 elements. Of this, 92 elements occur in nature, while remaining are man-made. 92 are which present in nature and remaining are man-made. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, iron, mercury, copper are the few of the important natural elements, which are hydrogen, oxygen, because from this water is formed. Water is the life of a people. Nitrogen is very important for the growth of the plants. Carbon, it is important because carbon dioxide is respired by the plants and they are producing their own food. Afterwards, next it is the iron, okay, mercury. These are the substances made from the what? That is the very small elements. So now the next point of the lesson we will see in the next lecture. So today we are going to stop here only. So you have to learn the definitions of element and the substances mixture. From this what happens, the concepts are clear for you, understand the concept and the properly. Now the next part we will see in our next lecture. So today we are going to stop here only. Okay, thank you and have a good day.